Chrysler was one of the big three automobile manufacturers in the United States and is now a subsidiary of the multinational automotive company Stellantis. It's been around for almost a century now, and its journey has been marked by many innovations, challenges, and recoveries. In this video, we will talk about the fascinating history and evolution of the Chrysler Corporation. You might be surprised to learn about some of the controversies surrounding this iconic company, so keep watching. We can't talk about Chrysler without talking about the visionary man behind it, Walter P. Chrysler. Born in Wamego, Kansas, Walter Chrysler had a humble upbringing and began his career as a machine operator and later a railroad mechanic. However, he had an innate talent for mechanical engineering and an ambition to make his mark in the rapidly growing automobile industry of the early 20th century. Walter Chrysler's rise in the automobile world began in 1911 when he joined the Buick Motor Company, which was part of the General Motors conglomerate. While he was working there, he was quickly noticed for his engineering skills and innovative ideas, and was soon promoted to the position of works manager. Under his leadership, Buick's production processes became more efficient, and the quality of their cars improved significantly. Then, in 1916, Chrysler left Buick and accepted an offer from Charles Nash, the president of the Nash Motor Company, to become the company's vice president and general manager. Walter Chrysler's reputation for improving manufacturing processes and product quality continued to grow during his time at Nash. At Nash, he came up with several innovations, including standardized car parts and making components interchangeable, which played a significant role in the overall success of the company. Once again, his success at Nash caught the attention of the Willys-Overland company, and in 1920, he was appointed the company's president. During his tenure at Willys-Overland, Chrysler made significant improvements to their products and streamlined their manufacturing processes. Yet, even with all this corporate success, Walter Chrysler's ultimate goal had always been to establish his own automobile company. Finally, in 1925, he made this dream a reality by founding the Chrysler Corporation. The company was formed through the reorganization of the Maxwell Motor Company, which Chrysler had acquired. The Maxwell brand was replaced with a Chrysler brand, and the company began producing automobiles under the Chrysler name. Just a year later, in 1926, Chrysler introduced his first car, the Chrysler Model 70. This car was a game changer. It was a six-cylinder vehicle designed with advanced technology and available at an affordable price. This set the stage for Chrysler's reputation for engineering excellence. The success of the Model 70 encouraged Chrysler to diversify its product line. The company was motivated to innovate and come up with a wide range of vehicles that were in line with the changing demands of the market. This gave birth to one of the most iconic shapes in Chrysler's history, the Chrysler Airflow, launched in 1934. The Airflow models were a revolutionary leap forward in automobile design. They were unlike anything seen before and had a streamlined body that was inspired by aviation. They made use of wind tunnel testing for optimal aerodynamics. This innovation by Chrysler was both daring and forward-thinking, to say the least. However, despite all of this, it faced challenges in the marketplace. Consumers were initially not ready for such a radical shift from traditional car designs, which led to slower sales. Even though the Airflow didn't end up performing well in the market, we have to commend Chrysler's audacity in pushing the boundaries of car design to such an extent. Don't you agree? In addition to the Airflow, Chrysler introduced several other praiseworthy models during this period. The Chrysler Imperial, launched in 1926, was acclaimed for its luxury and elegance. During the 1930s, Chrysler also introduced the Plymouth and Dodge brands, further diversifying its product line to appeal to a wider range of consumers. The Plymouth brand particularly gained popularity for its affordability and reliability, making it a success during the Great Depression era. The 1960s brought a significant challenge to Chrysler. The company faced a scandal that had the potential of taking it down. It all began in 1960 when Lester L. Tex Cobert stepped down as the president of Chrysler Corporation and took the role of chairman of the board. During the annual shareholders meeting that year, a shareholder and prominent Detroit lawyer named Saul A. Dan accused the company of nepotism, corruption, and disregard for the rights of shareholders. He was also dissatisfied with the company's poor build quality, rust issues, high operating costs, and declining profits. This eventually led to the company conducting an independent audit that revealed a conflict of interest involving the new president, William C. Newberg, who was forced to resign just after 64 days as president. The turmoil wasn't limited to the top management of the company. The sudden decision to downsize the 1962 Plymouth and Dodge models in the mid-1960s created challenges for engineering and styling teams. The rushed downsizing resulted in designs that were widely criticized, with famous automobile designer Virgil Exner famously referring to the cars as plucked chickens. As a result, Chrysler's sales and market share suffered, with Plymouth dropping from 3rd place in sales to 8th place. Nevertheless, Chrysler's ability to produce interesting cars continued, but the company grappled with persistent challenges for a couple of decades. Following this tumultuous period in the early 1960s, the late 1970s brought another difficult period for Chrysler. The fuel prices were skyrocketing, and this led to a steep decline in car sales. On top of that, the introduction of economical, fuel-efficient cars from Japan also reduced overall sales volumes. Further, some new vehicles, including the Dodge Aspen and Plymouth Volare, launched in the 1970s, had not been properly tested, which led to huge warranty costs and greatly reduced loyalty among Chrysler customers. By 1979, Chrysler found itself on the brink of bankruptcy, and it became clear that the government would have to bail out the company for it to survive. So the US government extended a lifeline in the form of a $1.5 billion bailout package. This move was met with a lot of controversy, but it not only saved thousands of jobs, it also helped keep an iconic American automaker alive. Thankfully, in 1981, Chrysler released the K-Cars, which sold rapidly. These were small, fuel-efficient, and expensive cars that helped bring Chrysler back from the financial brink in the 1980s. Later in the 1980s, Chrysler purchased AMC, and that brought the Jeep brand under its umbrella. The 1990s proved to be successful for the company too. The new Chrysler car models like the Dodge Ram, as well as the continuing popularity of Jeep models and other models like the Dodge Viper sports car, led to a considerable growth in sales and allowed the company to expand and set up car production facilities in Europe. In 1998, another significant event took place. Daimler-Benz acquired Chrysler and renamed itself Daimler Chrysler. Fast forward to the 21st century, Daimler divested Chrysler in 2007, and the company once again operated as just Chrysler. It was also a time when the automobile industry faced its biggest crisis in decades, the 2008 financial meltdown. Once again, Chrysler's survival was in question, and the government bailed it out by approving a $6 billion rescue loan in its favor. Post this, Chrysler struck a historic partnership with Fiat and formed a new entity called Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, or FCA. This was a pivotal moment in Chrysler's evolution, and this merger allowed Chrysler to access newer technologies, global markets, and the resources it needed to stay competitive. Today, Chrysler no longer stands as a standalone entity. Instead, it has become a subsidiary of Stellantis, one of the world's largest automotive groups. This transformation occurred in 2021 when FCA and PSA Group merged to form Stellantis, comprising several well-known brands, including Chrysler. So now, while the Chrysler brand still exists, it'll be interesting to see its role and significance within the conglomerate. What do you think the future holds for Chrysler? Also, were you aware of the 2 times in Chrysler's history when the company almost went out of business? We would love to hear your thoughts on this iconic company's journey. Comment below and tell us. Also, tell us what other companies you want us to cover, and maybe we'll make a video on that next. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content on some of your favorite companies. And hit that bell icon so that you're notified every time we drop a fresh video. See you next time.